السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه والتابعين وتابعيهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, today it is Thursday, the 26th of Jumada Al-Ula 1446, matching the 28th of November 2024. This is our session number 70, going through this book, في ظلال المحبة, in the shades of love, by the Sheikh الهادي bin Hassan Wahbi, حفظه الله تعالى. And yesterday we started the 6 points that the believer should have in order for his salah to be a source of comfort, source of satisfaction, a source of pleasure. It will make his soul peaceful and tranquil. Right? You need 6 points. The first one is al-ikhlas. You have to call to mind, you have to witness, you have to feel, you have to sense the feeling of al-ikhlas, sincerity, that what makes you pray is you being sincere to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, loving Him, seeking His pleasure, seeking to be close to Him, seeking to show Him your love, right? To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to make Allah love you subhanahu wa ta'ala. طيب. The second point, that's where al-mashhad al-thani, the second thing that you need to witness, that you need to call to mind, that you need to see, is mashhad al-sidqi wal-nush, the scene or the station or the position of truthfulness and sincere advice. وهو أن يفرغ قلبه لله فيها. That is, for him to evacuate his heart from all the things in the salah. Yani, make it dedicated to the salah. Everything else is out. Your heart, when you pray, you should kick out all the thoughts and all of the other things and make it dedicated for the salah. ويستفرغ جهده في إقباله فيها على الله. He will not leave an effort. يستفرغ جهده. He will put all the effort. He will not leave anything in him. إقبال, doing إقبال, in him turning to Allah عز وجل in it. وجمع قلبه عليها. He should put in all his effort, not leave any effort, يستفرغ جهده, in جمع قلبه عليها, gathering his heart together upon it. Right? Getting his heart all together on the prayer, focusing on the prayer. وإيقاعها على أحسن الوجوه وأكملها ظاهرا وباطنا. And to perform it, to have it take place, إيقاعها, to have it take place, to have it be performed according to the best ways, أحسن الوجوه وأكملها, and most perfect. ظاهرا وباطنا, inwardly and outward, or outwardly and inwardly. Outwardly, all the recommended, the obligatory and the recommended things fulfilled. Inwardly also, all the required, recommended things fulfilled. فإن الصلاة لها ظاهر وباطن. For surely the prayer has an outward side, an outward part, and an inward part, outer and inner parts. فظاهرها الأفعال المشاهدة. The outer part of the salah are the witnessed acts, والأقوال المسموعة, and the overheard statements. You reciting the Quran, you know that's what is heard from it. You performing ruku', performing sujood, the different acts. These are the things that are witnessed and heard. So, how you make ruku', how you make sujood, what do you say in your ruku', what do you say in your sujood, what do you say in your recitation of the Quran. That's the outward part. That's the outer part of the salah. Using the miswak, cleaning your teeth, putting perfume, all of this, the outer part of the salah. Coming early, first line, straightening the lines and filling the gaps, not leaving any gaps. All of this, the outer part of the salah. Outer part of the salah. وباطنها, the inner part of the salah, الخشوع والمراقبة, the attentiveness, the focus, the humility, and مراقبة, observation, observing and watching what you're doing, being in your full senses, مراقبة. وتفريغ القلب لله. وباطنها, the inner part is خشوع, مراقبة, وتفريغ القلب لله. Once again, he mentions you evacuate, you kick out everything from your heart. تفريغ. In order to fill something, you need to, if it's already full with something, you have to take it out. So if you have a cup of water, you want to put juice there, you have to, take the water out and pour juice in it. But if you keep the water in there and you put juice, gonna be mixed and maybe overflow, and you don't get juice, you don't get the water. So he says you need to, make your heart free in the salah, free from everything and completely dedicated to Allah. Free it up. Free up your heart for Allah in the prayer. تفريغ القلب لله. Free up your heart for Allah and have it dedicated for Allah in the prayer. والإقبال بكليته على الله فيها. And turning to Allah, إقبال. Iqbal is a well-known name. I'm sure. Iqbal food. Iqbal. Aqbala yuqbilu iqbalan. Aqbala when you come towards someone. So he is saying you come towards Allah bikulliyatihi, with totality, in totality, body and soul, in it. لا يلتفت قلبه عنه إلى غيره. His heart will not turn away from him, عنه, away from him, إلى غيره, to other than him. فهذا بمنزلة الروح لها. So this is having the same status and position of the soul for it. This khushu' and focus and freeing up your heart. This is the soul for it, for the prayer. والأفعال بمنزلة البدن. And the acts that you do, the actions that you do in the salah, ruku', sujood, recitation, is having the status, the position of the body. فإذا خلت من الروح كانت كبدن بلا روح. If it was void, if it was free from having a soul, then it will be like a body that has no soul. كبدن لا روح فيه. In one says كبدن لا روح فيه. Here the other copy, there is a nice copy that was usually that which everybody depends on those new copies now for the books of Ibn al-Qayyim. The company, the Sheikh Awqaf al-Rajihi, with the rahimahullah, with the supervision of Sheikh Bakr Abu Zayd, they printed all the books of Ibn Taymiyyah, all the books of Ibn al-Qayyim, all the books of Sheikh al-Muallimi Abdurrahman bin Yahya, all of the books of Muhammad al-Amin al-Shanqiti. May Allah have mercy on them all. And then later on, there is a company called Ata'atul Ilm, is the one that took the rights to these copies to reprint them. They are printed by, I think, by Ibn Hazm, the Maktabat Ibn Hazm print shop, right? Publishing house. But then the rights is for this company called Ata'atul Ilm. And Alhamdulillah, Ata'atul Ilm, they provided them online for everybody to have. So you can just download it. Even some put it on one page. All the books of Ibn al-Qayyim. Just save that page, and whenever you go, you click, it goes. Google Drive, yeah. Right? Ibn Taymiyyah, Google Drive. Or just click there, it will take you to it. So that copy says بدن لا روح فيه, and even on top here, لا يلتفت بحيث لا يلتفت, it says here بحيث, which we didn't have an issue of understanding. The only problem is sometimes when you don't understand what's going on or it's missing. Like yesterday, التردد, it was التودد, and it's written تردد. يعني تودد, you make yourself beloved to someone. تردد is you frequent, right? Frequency. When you frequent something, you go to some place, يتردد عليه, right? So the meaning is completely, but now, for now, the meanings here, they are okay. But here it says بحيث لا. There were some small differences that I didn't care to fix, but so this is how it should be. So you have an inner part and an outer part of the salah. The inner part is this khushu' and attentiveness, the focus. Your heart is free from anything but the salah, dedicated completely for salah. And the actions, this is like that's like the body. Right? So if your prayer is free from the soul, doesn't have the soul, the attentiveness, then it is like a body that has no soul in it. A body that has no soul is what? Is a dead body. Is a dead body. Worse than that, waliyadu billah, is that even the body, the body is not there too. Those the stealers, those who steal from the salah, the robbers, the thieves, right? Ruku', he doesn't go ruku', he's like this. He doesn't bow down. He does not bow down. Just like that. And when he stands up, he doesn't completely stand up. He goes like this, completely not standing up. Then he goes down to sujood, right? لا جسم ولا روح. No body and no soul. And if you fulfilled all the bodily actions to the point, but then no khushu', then that's a body without a soul. It's a dead salah. So if you add to that, even the body now is, the hand is cut off and the foot is not there. One eye is popped out. Imagine, that's your salah. Ruku' is not complete, and the sujood has something, you go down on your forehead and your nose is not on the ground, or your nose is on the ground but your forehead is not on the ground. You pray and your hair is pulled together and with an elastic band or something, you are holding it together. معقوس, شعره معقوس. Or you pray and all the time you look up and you look down, right and left, and everything you are watching in the salah, you're looking at the one who's in front of you and what he's doing and what he's not doing, and you expose yourself afterwards. You say, Fulan, he was doing this and he was doing that. Or were you praying or were you watching him? Were you praying or were you watching him? Even if he has done something that's not supposed to be, you should, your eyes should spot that by, not intentionally, because you're busy with your own salah. Supposed to be like that. Mm. And there are those who get so much disturbed for something that happens, a kid running or crying, or maybe somebody forgot his phone and it rang, you know. And I don't want to say that we should bring the kids who run around or forget our phones, but it's as if our salah, the way they are complaining afterwards, it's as if the salah was, mashallah, he's in the akhirah, complete devotion. And now because that thing rang, that phone or that kid cried, all the spiritual, you know, the spiritual condition that he was in was disturbed. Please, fear Allah and don't exaggerate. I wish we are like that. I wish that we are so much devoted like that to a way, in a way that we are disturbed with these things so much, like they're trying to describe. But I don't know. Allah knows best. So he says that the salah, if it doesn't have the soul, right, then it's a dead, like a body that has no soul. He said, أَفَلَا يَسْتَحِي الْعَبْدُ أَنْ يُوَاجِهَ سَيِّدَهُ بِمِثْلِ ذَلِكَ. Wouldn't the servant be shy to face his master with the likes of this, salah? فَإِذَا جَاءَ وَقْتُ الصَّلَاةِ, if the time of salah came, بَادَرَ الْمُحِبُّ إِلَيْهَا, the one who loves Allah, the lover of Allah, he will rush to it, مُكَمِّلًا لَهَا, completing it, ناصحا فيها لمعبوده, he will be so sincere in it for the one whom he is worshipping, المعبود, كنصح المحب الصادق المحبة لمحبوبه, exactly like the true lover, he will be so sincere, who is true in his love to his beloved, he will be like how sincere the true lover for his beloved, الذي قد طلب منه أن يعمل له شيئا ما, whom his beloved, he requested from him to do for him something, some sort of a thing, some sort of a thing, شيئا ما. So if you love someone truly, sincerely, and that beloved, he asked you to do something for him, your wife asked, the husband asked, your father, your son, someone you love so much, he asked you to do something, and you are very much sincere in your love, true, you have true love to that beloved. He said, فَهُوَ لَا يُبْقِي مَجْهُودًا. This person, he was asked, he was requested by his beloved, he will not spare an effort, he will not leave an effort, لا يبقي مجهودا, he will not spare an effort, بل يبذل مقدوره كله في تحسينه, he will offer all that he can, all the capacity that he has, he will put it into that, كله, all the effort, all the things that he can do, all that is within his ability, في تحسينه, in doing that thing that was required from him in a good way, وتزيينه, and beautifying it, وإصلاحه, and fixing it, وإكماله, and perfecting and completing it, ليقع موقعا من محبوبه, so it will find its place in the heart of his beloved. So your beloved, he asked you to do something, so you will do your utmost best, so that after you do it, your beloved will be very happy with that achievement that you have done. You did it in the most effective one, the best way. فينال به رضاه عنه وقربه منه. In this way, he will attain with that action that he did, with that performance, he will attain with it رضاه عنه, his pleasure for him, وقربه منه, and his closeness to him. أفلا يستحي العبد من ربه, wouldn't the servant be shy from his Lord, ومولاه, his ally and master, ومعبوده, and the one whom he is worshipping, أن لا يكون في عمله هكذا, that he wouldn't be in his actions that he does for his Lord, he wouldn't be like that, يعني doing his utmost best. وهو يرى المحبين في أشغال محبوبيهم من الخلق كيف يجتهدون في إيقاعها على أحسن وجه وأكمله, while he sees the lovers who are working, laboring to fulfill what their beloved asked them to do of the creation. He sees them how they strive hard in performing those things according to the best way and the most perfect way. And if you see what people do to please their beloved, and you will be amazed. They will not spare any effort. They will not spare any effort to do it. And on the news, the last week and the week before, how much they spent effort to get tickets for attending this musical, for this those majanin, right? They work so hard to get tickets for themselves or for the loved ones. Go all over, and they get scammed, and they get right? Something very strange, and that the tickets were sold out long time ago, and running around to find, please, I want a spot. And they come from all the way. It's Toronto, they come Niagara Falls, St. Catharines, Montreal, even Vancouver, right? Just to get a ticket for his to go there, and they're so insane. So you see the people doing this for other creation. Won't you be saying, won't you be shy from yourself that you're not fulfilling what your Lord and Master wants from you? بل هو يجد من نفسه ذلك مع من يحبه من الخلق. Rather, he finds this within himself, like that, with those whom he loves from the creation. You love your father, you love your mother, your wife, the husband, the child, the daughter, your son, your daughter, sometimes, and especially when you're, subhanallah, softened up, and, if it's the girls, or, you want to do, really your very best, you do that. فلا أقل من أن يكون مع ربه بهذه المنزلة. The least is saying, لا أقل, shouldn't be less than that. He should not be less than that with his Lord, right? لا أقل من أن يكون مع ربه بهذه المنزلة. He shouldn't be less than that with his Lord. He should be having that at least, like you do something for someone you love from the humans. You shouldn't go less with your Lord. ومن أنصف نفسه وعرف أعماله, and the one who has justice with his own self, أنصف نفسه وعرف أعماله, and he knows his actions, his deeds, استحى من الله أن يواجهه بعمله. He will be shy from Allah to face him with the actions that he's doing. أو يرضاه لربه. He will be even shy to be satisfied with what he did, the action that he has done for his Lord. Give a sadaqah, Allah deserves more. Salah, Allah deserves better salah. Dhikr, Allah deserves better dhikr than this. And so on and so forth. He will be shy to accept this for his Lord. وهو يعلم من نفسه, while he knows from his own self, أنه لو عمل لمحبوب له من الناس, that if he has done work for someone that he loves from the humans, from the people, لبذل فيه نصحه, he will offer all that he has. يعني he will be very sincere, very conscientious in his work. ولم يدع من حسنه شيئا إلا فعله. He will not leave anything beautiful that will beautify the action that he's doing, except that he would have done that. All right. So he says this is how we should be. When we do things for the sake of Allah, we should do them in the best way that we can. Most effort that we have, we spend all the effort. We don't spare anything behind. And we see what we are doing for the people that we love, how we, are eager to please them and do work in the best way that they like it. And Allah should have more than that. Huh? So that is the second thing that we need to witness. And that is the الصدق والنصح, truthfulness and sincere advice. نصح is used as advice, but it is meant also as sincerity too. Right? أيوة. يعني the original meaning of نصح النصيحة comes from when you have the honey mixed with other things. So you separate the honey from the other stuff. هذا the original meaning in Arabic for نصح نصيحة. That's where it came from. والدين النصيحة. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Deen is nasiha. Right? So it is sincerity. We can translate nasiha as sincerity, just sincerity, or sincere advice. So here we can say sincere well-wishing. يعني you mean well, you intend well, you intend the best. That's what nusх here is talking about. Because you are praying now, so it's not like going to be you're advising someone or right? So you are doing nasiha to Allah, for Allah, in your salah, which means what? You will imagine, if you imagine the original meaning, you're gonna purify your salah from any impurities, like you purify the honey from the other stuff. Right? So it means here you intend well for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your salah. So when you do it with sincerity. You intend to do the best for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in it. Right? That's what it means here. النصح. النصح. Truthfulness and sincere commitment. Sincere commitment to performing the salah in the most beautiful and most perfect way. هذا هو مشهد الصدق والنصح. مشهد الصدق والنصح. طيب. So he says the inward and the outward, we need to look after it completely and do it in the best way, exactly like someone that you love so much, he requested something from you, then you will try to do you will go, actually, as they say, you will go out of your way, right? Out of your way to fulfill it, to please them, to satisfy them, to make it, make them pleased and happy with whatever you, so that when they see it, as he said here, right? يعني ليقع موقعا من محبوبه. So that action you have done, it will have the best spot in the heart of your beloved. And when that happens, what happens? If you did it in a way that was so your beloved, your father, your mother, your neighbor, your friend, your son, your husband, wife, was so pleased with what you did for them, what happens? فينال به رضاه عنه وقربه منه. Right? You will achieve them being pleased with you, and you be so close. يعني your father will, mother will make so much dua. يا may Allah أنت ولد رضي يعني أجعله ربي رضيا. Right? You are someone who is so good يعني. Right? And this is how you want to do, right? You don't want to يعني do it in a way يعني يعني in a way that يعني he mentions the Sheikh took it out, but he mentions in the Salah يعني there is one hadith that is a weak hadith, but the parable given in it is beautiful, although it's a weak narration. He mentioned it in Al-Wabil, he mentioned it in this, but he did not mention the hadith, just mentioned يعني a quote from it يعني. But it says that the one who prays in his salah is not, right? تلف كما يلف الثوب الخلق. That salah will be wrapped, will be rolled like you roll a very old raggedy shirt or cloth garment, and will be thrown in your face. Right? The salah that is not done properly, تلف, it will be rolled up like an old garment is rolled up, right? And will be like you throw that in the garbage. Now this salah will be thrown on your face. Right? والعياذ بالله يعني. It's a weak narration, but the parable is very, very interesting. No. Yes. So that's that. Inshallah, we'll stop here and we'll continue tomorrow. مشهد المتابعة والاقتداء. Yes. تفضل. لا يلتفت قلبه. His heart will not turn right or left. التفات is like this. Yeah. So that is the iltifat. Iltifat when you turn your face. And he explained that الالتفات نوعان. التفات بالوجه يعني بالبدن والتفات بالقلب. Your heart turns away. It's just roaming around and thinking all about all the stuff. Cooking food while you're praying, You put you remove that with the khushu'. A lot of yeah. So that's what we're trying to achieve, inshallah, when we continue with these different mashahid. He has 6 of them. We did 2, inshallah.